Welcome back, everyone. Aces Premiership Countdown. There's a lot to talk about. I talk about the punishment that Pitt gave me, 1,500 calories. I tell you what, that is not fun. We break down all our favourite segments, including a little sneak preview. I hope you've been watching the pole vaulter. Well, there's a guy out there with 2 pole vaults. Oh, geez, Pig does love that one. We talk about North making the 8 next year. Yep, one of us said that. And we have a huge stop that to the Olympic Committee. Stay tuned for more right here on Aces Premiership Countdown. This episode is proudly sponsored by KPI Construction Services. When it comes to construction sites, reliability and efficiency are key. That's where KPI Construction Services shines. With a single call, KPI provides a range of essential services, which includes labour hire, crane hire, and traffic control. KPI is a progressive business with modern plant and equipment across all of their operating states. Focusing on innovation and to avoid the business drifting is always front of mind. We are proud to be aligned with and have such a reputable company partnering with the show. Aces, I know I always go on about the RIXXs, but I got huge news. We have all our styles and colours restocked on the website right now. Get online, grab some sunglasses at rixxeyewear.com.au right now and use our little discount code ACES if you want a 20% discount code on the house.
All right, Tommy, let's get stuck into the podcast, mate. Fucking bit of carry on or what?
Oh, mate, wait, I need to start, I'll tell you why.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
Where did it go? What do you mean, where did it carry on?
Are we on?
Yeah, we're back, baby.
Well, you're drinking a Hydrolite out of a Powerade bottle, so I can only assume that you drank the whole Powerade and you have a Gatorade, full Gatorade next to you. Like, there's a bit of carry on. You went for a jog, champion.
Oh, you can't be championing me, can you? I've just completed your 1,500 calorie challenge, you pig.
I was going to say, I was off the top. I was like, how'd you go with it? Because I haven't looked at my socials.
I've been thinking about it the whole week since we did the pod. I'm like, when do I do it?
And how'd you do it exactly?
I ran on Strava. I didn't lock myself in the gym like you said.
That's what the plan was.
I know, but what happened was the treadmill, I go so quick, the treadmill jolts. So I'm not lying, man. I swear to God. I'm not, mate. It conks out. I'm not lying to you.
You know what you got to do, genuine, with that? You put the incline up one.
I didn't want to run uphill.
And that's coming from a bloke weighing about 100 kegs and it doesn't skip on him.
I'm telling you, the thing skips so that I'm going to run outside and I'll go back in the gym. I didn't know how many calories I was going to do. I said I'll run till I drop, but...
Seems like a redo to me.
I tell you what, you know how I was going, give me 2,000. I don't think I could do... Well, I could, but I couldn't have done it today. Because once you finish the run, the bike, it took me 15 minutes of going flat out. I went flat out and I got 180 calories. And I'm like, wow, if I could only run it like I only did 1,000.
That's what I mean. I was like, you're going to be there for a while if you're just on the bike or the rower or whatever. It would have been a stinker. That's why I said go to the inside the gym rather than run out on a beautiful day around the tan. Anyone could have done that.
Oh no, they couldn't. No, actually, I was thinking, it's kind of borderline, but I'm like, it's a beautiful day outside. When do we get sun?
No, I'll
and
pay.
then
good, well done.
Mate, and it was tough. It was tough. I think there might be something coming your way actually later, maybe around that same space. I feel like I don't know. Yeah, I know, but maybe, in a few weeks' time.
Please don't do that.
But I'm actually interested to our Aces listeners that tune in, because I don't carry the watch and all that, so I just did it off Strava and then went on the machine and added it up. But anyone that does carry all the Apple Watches like yourself, I'd love to know when they've done 1,500 cal.
Active?
Yeah.
Oh, man, that's why I was like, it's a solid punishment. Like
it's a good punishment.
I mean, some people would be like, 1,500, I do that every day. Yeah, but if you don't do it every day, that's a big day.
And you're saying a bit of carry on. I'll give the...
Yeah.
I've got the Powerade.
He's coming here with the Hydrolites and the Gatorade just to let me know he's feeling a bit sore. He's going for a big run.
I feel like I've been hit by a bus. This feels like I've played a game of footy, but I've done it in an hour and a bit.
Tomorrow.
Oh, we saw. I couldn't lift my hip flexor. Attacking that hill up the tan. Gee, you should be able to see me run that the second time.
Did you run Anderson Street?
Did it twice, thinking it would burn the calorie more. I don't reckon Strava takes that into consideration.
Probably not.
Anyway, you lead us off. I'll have a drink, man. I'm a bit dehydrated.
Well, obviously the punishment was on the run sheets. Just have a look at him. He's just sculling his bloody hydrolytes. I don't know if I can keep going on this show. This is what I'm dealing with.
Wait till you do it. You might be doing it soon.
Well, a couple of big retirements during the week. Big Dusty.
Yeah. And
Hawkins.
We've had a pretty good
It's nearly my pooch. It's pooch to see some of the best players in our game go out. But like, obviously they're going out on their own times, but it's sad for us to see.
Yeah, it is sad. It's hard to. I know. It would have been nice. I said the same thing to Brando. I said, I would have loved you to play against Richmond because Gold Coast Richmond end of the year. And that would have been a good one for Dusty as well. But he's like, I'm just mentally done, mate. And we've all, like, I've been there when I was, battling and injured and just couldn't fight anymore. And I was thinking, fuck, Dusty's been thrown around the ringer this year with, I reckon the media's been pretty somewhat, rough on him with certain games and how he's going and is he going. It's all year they've just been talking about it, and he's probably just said, I've had enough. But, yeah, it is sad. It's sad not knowing we can give, imagine being able to just rock up to the G and that last game of the year just to see him one more time. But do you think he's done though?
It's one of those.
There's a lot of. I actually did a bit of research on this.
It'd be very Dusty-like. I'm retired.
Hodgie did the same thing apparently. So there's a bit of a loophole in the system.
But he's out of contract.
Yeah, I don't know.
They don't have to trade for him. So it seems a bit more legit with that, but. It would be very sneaky.
Sneaky. I like it. Who knows? But it's sad, man, like you said. And then the thing with Hawk, this is the grouse with the Hawk, is he's 2 weeks away from playing and he's not done yet. He's going to finish the year off. So Geelong, they're going pretty well. So we might see him deep in the finals. Obviously, there's that bye week before the finals as well. So he gets another week of recovery. So he'll be playing.
The only thing is with him, he won't get a send-off. He's not playing at the moment.
No, he's 2 weeks off because of his foot.
Yeah, so... they're going all right without him. So it's like, do they bring him straight in?
100%. I reckon they've brought him straight back in every time.
And just playing West Coast at home for their last round too. Like, might be a little farewell game there. It's like, and then you're playing whatever, but at least you play a last game at Cardinia Park.
Yeah, but you're right. It does suck. There's going to be more that come as well. They're probably that's probably just starting now, isn't it?
Yeah. But yeah, good on them. What careers they've had.
We'll start off with Luol Deng, our man that coached, South Sudan, is it? But we had a bit of feedback last week. How do you blokes not know who this bloke is now? We kind of knew who he was, but we didn't know he was that loaded. Matt apparently earned $200 million when he was playing.
He played. My brother-in-law come up to me at a lunch the other day. He's like, "How did you not know who he was? He played for the Bulls for like 15 years."
How old is he?
I don't know. I still don't know.
I like Jordan.
200 mil, though.
Was he on the doco? The Bulls?
He mustn't have played with him then. It was like Luke Longley. I don't know who else. You're the NFL.
Well, we copped it, man. It wasn't like there's Instagram. I got the Instagram account and I was replying to a couple of boys. Yeah, mate. Tommy and Pig definitely knew who he was. They were just playing it up a little bit. Thanks for the feedback. We'll make sure we acknowledge it.
Well, he couldn't have been that good.
Mate, if he's funding their side, he must be all right.
Yeah, anyway, great story. We just didn't know who he was, and we got the feedback, and we listened.
And we took it on board, and we actioned it, and we brought it up just then. So let's get back to a little bit of AFL before we dive in. But no finalists are locked in yet. There's only 3 rounds to go, and not one team, including Sydney, on top of the ladder, who have just gone 1-5 the last 6, I think, are not locked in. What a competition this year has been.
I think I said it last week that any team that makes 8 can win, and that is perfect. Well, there it is that you saying that. If Sydney lose every game, they can actually fall out.
I think so.
That's crazy.
Crazy. I don't think it'll happen, but
I think they'll still. And when you look at it,
they've just been tonked by 100. How's me multi I've gone down on? I think I sent it to you. I had a little 12-legger, and the leg that lost was Port Adelaide 1-39. They won by 112. I was like, what? I mean, this league, it's good, but I didn't think it was that close.
It's great. And some of the teams that are in the thing is, Sydney have fallen off a cliff, right? But so we said that about Brisbane, Hawthorn, Bulldogs.
Yeah, but form at the end of the year. I remember actually sitting down with Brian Taylor because he's just showing me his little run. He was doing his prep before Friday night or footy, and I was like, what are you doing? He's got this cardboard cutout. I reckon Bruce McAvaney might have even taught him. And he does his own colour coding and all that. And what he does is he gives them a green with a little highlight if it's a tick, if they win the week before. But he gets a little bit of a streak at the end of the year to see who's hot and who's not. And he tends to believe every year whoever's the hottest team in the last 8 to 9 rounds will go on and do it. Really? And I think the year he was telling me it was Geelong. And Geelong, you remember they just won every game at the end of the year and they were kind of coasting all year.
Melbourne, when I played there, we were the same.
So, if you think about it now, Giants,
Bulldogs,
Brisbane, Port. They're the ones that are flying. And there's 3 weeks to go. And, if the dog, I've looked at they just released the last week, the last round today.
Yeah.
But the Dogs are playing, mind you, the Giants, mate, they get rolled. But the Dogs and the Giants are playing in Ballarat, I think. Their last game of the year. I think it's in Ballarat. But I honestly think whoever wins that game potentially gets to the grand final because that'll be a top 4. I reckon that'll decide who goes top 4. It's an 8-pointer.
I can't believe that could be finals deciding game. It's out at Ballarat.
It's going to be brutal.
Huge.
It is. You know what? It is huge. They shaft the Giants. They travel around. Mate, they travel around Australia more than anyone.
It's probably better than Black River or Blackburn or wherever they live.
Blacktown, you mean?
Blacktown.
Have another go at it. Oh, that is huge.
Anyway.
Should we get into it?
Let's go. We've
obviously got a lot of footy. We'll talk later, but play on. Actually, we haven't even asked. What have you been doing? You been up to anything?
Mate, obviously, I've been sitting in the sun. My head feels like it's about to burn. Nah, it's been.
Try running for an hour and a half in it.
Yeah, nah, it's not for me. Nah, nothing, mate. Being quiet. What have you been doing?
Nah, same old, mate. Just getting ready. NFL around the corner. There's a lot to go. AFL finals, NRL. Jeez, it's exciting this time of year.
Play on or out of bounds. Give us one.
Play on or out of bounds. Right. Should the AFL have a wildcard weekend? Play on or out of bounds?
Now,
just on that, it's 7v10 and 8v9 on the bye week, and the winner goes through, and then that's your top 8.
Next year.
No.
Yes, I think it is.
No, it's not. No, they're talking about it now.
I'm pretty sure
it's on the agenda at their AGMs, I believe.
I'm going to say, and I'll add another. So you're playing for top 6, and then the next 4 are playing for the final spot in that bye week.
Wildcard weekend.
Love it. And do you know what else should be a part in that? Last 18th v 17th for number 1 pick. Number one.
Hang on. Oh, you mean you win, you get the pick?
Yeah, if you win. So it gives you something to play for.
So they don't actually tank?
No, you can't tank.
If that would only apply if the teams were in that position, you know what I mean? There's not two.
So you have 17th and 18th is fighting off the number 1 pick. But then again, actually.
That's even a bit more on top of the wild card.
Yeah, but I'm just thinking about this on the fly.
But that would go against all the excitement. What do you think of NFL? How good's Wildcard weekend's my favourite weekend.
But I'm saying it stops teams from tanking that side. I'll say yes to the finals. How good would that be? I think this year would be. Let me have a look at the ladder quickly.
Teams like Hawthorn, Collingwood, they're all sitting around.
Carlton versus Essendon at the MCG Wildcard weekend for a spot in the finals. How bloody good!
And what would the other one be?
Bulldogs versus Hawthorn.
Yes, that's what I mean. It'd be
that would be sick. That's on the ladder right now.
And then if you win, you go into the 8 and then you progress as normal.
Yeah. I love it. I reckon it'd be great. So I think that'd be a good cash grab for the AFL as well. We always talk about how they want to make more money.
Better than a buy.
100%.
And all eyes would be on those 2 games. You would not be missing those 2 games. It'd honestly be like prelim in terms of prelim week in terms of on TV. I'd imagine the viewership for those 2 games would be as high as prelim week.
Yeah, I agree. I imagine.
And the case that they've got, and this is why they should do it. No one wins from 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th. Traditionally, I know that they were getting a title.
7th, 8th. I can't remember.
Exactly. So they're like, 7th and 8th. So they're like, well, who cares? Because no one goes on and wins anyway. If they do, wouldn't it be a great story?
Unbelievable. I think the Bulldogs won from 6th.
7th. Was it 7th? 6th? 6th? 7th. They were the last team and they're the only team we can think of.
Yeah, I know.
Giants should have won that one.
We're digging for it. Well, they didn't.
I know. Yeah. We got rolled. Huge.
Yeah, love it, man. Love it. And I think down
So
to what else? Play on for sure.
Play
Big
on for
play
me.
on.
Big
We haven't
play
had many unanimous play ons, but that's a play on from both of us.
It's grouse.
Speaking of the grouse, are we going to do that? The grouse?
Yeah, we'll do the grouse. We'll always do the
grouse.
grouse. There's plenty of grouse this week. There's a lot to talk about from the Olympics.
No, we'll do that later.
Oh, well, let's roll through the tipping competition. It's we had a little bit of a clubhouse leader that we lost, gone without a trace. So I think I've said that name all year, but we're going to have a look right now. We'd always do this live when we're having a look. How many did you tip last week, mate?
I'm going to tip 5 again. I've been right on the 5 bandwagon for about a month.
I've tipped 7. I lost on Carlton and Freo.
I'm gone. I'm going to just have to go Hail Marys now. What do you reckon? Put my tips in right now.
You do. All right, we have a leader. Wow. Janeski, 13, I think that was our leader last week, has gone 2 clear on the American Aces AFL tipping competition. And then in second spot, ESPN fan. Now, can you change your name? I mean, he's got the 5189305120. I mean, how do I contact you once you win, if you do? And then Kane, gone without a trade. Oh, there's a lot of people in third. In fact, there's about 10 in third. So, Janeski in the lead with 3 to go. That's exciting. Looking forward to seeing who wins that. Kane Plaz, 7. I'll give him a shout out. It's tipped 8, has gone to third on the ladder. Going to be very tight in that leaderboard. But, there you go. We'll have to work out who they go for so we can get them a signed jersey. Any more signed jerseys on your end?
No.
Giving up on the that Melbourne one. We're still going to put that up?
Hey, it's in a fire out the back. You keep Brado warm in the hut. It's getting burnt. I think they're done.
Let's go. Righto. It's time for Piggy segment.
That's Puch and the grouse.
What are you starting with?
I got the. What do you want me to start with, mate?
I reckon we both start with the Puch.
All right, I got the Puch, and this is at the USA fans, and this is going to be a little bit Olympic based because it's what we're all watching, what we're all into at the moment, and we're loving it. But Noah Lyles just won the 100-meter sprint, biggest event of the Olympics, in my opinion. But all the USA fans have been ragging on him, and your own country, a countryman, running in the 100-meter final, and no one wants him to win because he said something about, I don't know, you'd know a bit more about this, the NBA.
World champion of what? He had a little dig at the NBA champion, world champion of what?
Puch, you got a bloke that's running in the final, and you're rooting against him because of something he said off the cuff in an interview ages ago. So USA fans need to pull their heads in because he's about to do the double. And I can't remember the last time double does. Usain Bolt.
Well, mate, do you know the stats on the last time an American has won the sprint, the 100-meter? Do you know how many years it's been?
Oh, it was before Usain.
But have a guess to what you said.
2000.
2004.
Wasn't
I know, but 20 years. So imagine cheering these people that are cheering against him because if he said a few comments about the NBA, like,
and they come second to Bolt.
Oh yeah,
every
Bolt
year essentially. And I think Asafa Power was before Bolt.
The Jamaicans, it's crazy. They were. The Americans crazy. They were.
So I don't know. That
20
was
years. It is Puch. Like surely you just get over it. I think Booker even said, I just still disagree. Happy for him, but I still disagree with his comments. It's like, far out,
so
man.
So the context, if no one understands, when the NBA was calling themselves
world champions,
and he's like, what do you say?
World champions of what? Like, world champion playing against, it's like, not playing against the world, it's Americans.
Yeah. I'm going with him.
There's a lot of people in the comments like, he's got a point. But the pressure that he's had on him, and then he was in the sprint doco, mate, and he only just won. Like, how good was the sprint?
I think it's the best final I've seen because Usain Bolt was always going to win, and he won by a
That's probably the AFL season, that sprint. Like, the top 8 teams, that probably sums up what's going to win.
He did the bob, and he got the chest.
A lot of people didn't know that you have to have your torso over. You're not one of them, are you?
No, I was always assumed it was the head.
Nah, torso.
Why you go like
that. That's why they lean, you get the torso in.
Yeah, they go like that.
Yeah, that's because the head goes first and the torso follows.
Okay, there you go.
That's why. Do you ever play that PlayStation game like, and then you can tap that L1 and
I used to get my thumbnail.
Yeah,
Athens.
That was the best. All right, well, I've got a future. I'll just go off Olympics, back to footy, but it's Essendon Footy Club, man. They are huge. Not because their performance on the field, but what they're doing to me. I've just gone and punished myself. I thought about them the whole time I'm running around the tan, running around. I did it twice, up and down that hill, back to my joint on the bike, because Essendon is the reason why, because they got beat, not just beat, punished by St Kilda, and then they go out and beat Freo the next week. Like, that is huge, and that pisses me off, because I genuinely thought that was the lock of the, not of the year, but it's just an absolute lock, season on the line, and then they go out and play like they do against Freo. Why can't they do that every week? Well, they have kind of been, I thought, but why do they dish up what? Oh, it pissed me off, man, and it does annoys me.
We were finding momentum, and they
I know
they ruined us with our locks.
It's like we've had these clubs roll us all year, and then
Sydney.
Yeah, and then they'll win the next week, and it's just like, it's huge.
Yeah, it was huge. So, the grouse.
Yeah, what do you got for us?
I got, and you, I'm pretty sure you saw this. That's the Pendlebury song.
Pendlebury.
How did it go again?
I can't sing.
No, sing it.
Pendlebury. Pendlebury.
So he posted a video on his Instagram, I believe, singing the song about Pendlebury for his 400th, and Collingwood reached out to him and got him to perform it on at the MCG in front of, how was it, 90,000?
Oh, mate.
It was
100.
The Grouse. I loved it. Yeah, you've got get it up.
I'm trying to get his name up so you can give him an actual plug. I can't even speak. Here he is here. Here we go. His name is Benry in the booth. Ben Henry. Benny Henry. That's who it is. That's who you're talking about.
Benny Henry.
What a talent. Wouldn't you love him? I'd love him to write a song about you, Pig. What do you reckon he'd say?
Not many good things, I wouldn't have thought. But I loved it, man. I thought it was good, and people started singing along, so I can't. You want to sing it for me again?
I need to listen to it properly, but yeah there's a lot of people in the comments.
It was great. It was The Grouse.
A lot of hate, man. A lot of hate. Like,
about that song?
Yeah.
What?
Just in the comments. So it's just not just, I don't know, probably not Collingwood fans, but what a disgrace that this guy's can't get someone bigger and better, because, his 400th game, we got this bloke singing a Pendlebury mashup.
They've reached out to him like he's just a punter.
I loved it. But some people, they're very harsh, aren't they? Very harsh. Oh. Read the comments on the thing. There's a few people just spraying him.
Go on.
It's outrageous.
Anyway, what do you got for us?
Mine goes back to the Olympics, and it's the Fox sisters.
Oh,
mate, I nearly started crying. I get a bit emotional watching this stuff. I don't know if it's just get with age or what, but I stayed up till 1 o'clock and watched her qualify, watched the semi, and I'm like, I haven't heard much hype about. I think it's Naomi. I can't pronounce it properly, but
usually how people say it.
Well, it's not spelled. My sister's called Naomi, and it's the spelling's a bit different. Anyway, and when Jess was out, and then I was like, I haven't heard much about her sister. And then I was watching and I'm like, wouldn't this be unbelievable? And then in the final, I've kind of become in love with the event as well. It's crazy, this event.
How good is it?
It dropped from about 3. I'd be scared just to start.
In front, they've got to turn around. It's like a bit of a hip and shoulder to get through.
Full on, and then you almost got to tactically go to a corner where if no one's there, you might get a smooth little.
So that's a new sport, right?
Yeah, I think that was brand new.
That's a good one.
Oh, it's great.
There's many good ones.
No, we'll get to them later. I know you're a bit toey on the stop that, but yeah, it was crazy. And when she won, she quoted, "It means that poor dad is the only one without an Olympic medal." And like, he is the king. Like, he's on the commentary. It's what makes, so mums from France, they've never won a gold medal, the girls, before. Jess has been at the top for 16 years. And they go to France and they win 3 gold medals.
Pretty sure Jess won one last year.
She's never won a gold before.
Shoes?
Yes, that's why this has been so special. She won silver, she won bronze. That's why she's been crying out for this gold. She gets it, then she gets another, gets the double, and then her sister gets gold as well. She was just happy to be there, she said in an interview. She's like, it was just an absolute honour to represent my country. And then she gets a gold, and her mum scream, and the old man's on the commentary.
They jumped in the water.
Oh, they jumped in the water. So That was my grouse. They've won 3 gold medals for our country. I think they're sitting 12th.
Yeah, if they were a country, they'd be 12th. In
The Fox.
The Fox sisters would be 12th. Okay, currently, it's probably changed as we speak and overnight, but that's hilarious, and that's the grouse.
That is the grouse. So, girls, we love you. Congratulations. 3 golds, the grouse. That is. So that's my grouse, mate, and could not stop watching. I was just so happy for them. Can you imagine just as a family? Because it's like a family event. Well, everyone's there.
You stayed up till 1 o'clock to watch it. I didn't quite do that. I saw the highlights
just because the hype. They kind of final's coming up. It's another hour and a bit, but you think it's coming up, and then when's this final? And I didn't know anything about the race. Obviously, I didn't even know it was new. So good.
How good was it?
Yeah.
I never feel like, I'm proud to be an Aussie around them, but I get around the Aussies when the Olympics is on, and I love it. And another thing, back to the Olympics a little bit, and the girls won 3 medals. The boys need a bloody lift.
Oh, it's a good point.
The boys need a lift.
The lads are letting us down. We're letting everyone down, the lads.
The girls. The girls are killing it.
Without the girls, I don't think we'd be anywhere.
The sisters would be in front of the boys.
I think the Fox girls have got the boys covered.
We've got the 50-metre guy.
The King Kyle got the silver.
Yeah, well, we got the bloke. What was his name?
No, I've had a look at this. There's not many guys.
There's one, I think.
Look at our man in the discus. He's going all right. He's coming up, I reckon.
Yeah, he's funny. They said, what have you been eating? He's like, everything.
What have you been eating?
Anything that's in front of him. You have a look at the size of him. It's so good. Anyway.
There you go. Well, before we get into our predictions and our game previews and tips broken down and everything else, it's time for our RIXX eye-catching moments. And while we put the frames on, our Soho cherries that have been sold out 10 times, can you believe it, are back in stock. We're rocking the Soho frames. There's no cherries around here because we can't get our hands on any. But if you want some, head to rixxeyewear.com.au. Use our discount code ACES for 20% off and free express shipping and treat yourself at checkout. Righto, Pig. Your RIXX eye catcher, what have you got for us this week?
Oh, this is probably my favourite one. So.
I've seen the run sheet. This is good. I just saw your run sheet before.
This is my favourite eye-catching moment of the year by far. So Anthony Ammirati, French pole vaulter. He's got his gold medal or medal hopes have been just slashed very quickly because he's how do I say this? His pecker is knocked off the pole. he's jumping with 2 poles.
3 legs.
He's knocked it. Have you seen the video?
Yeah.
He's knocked it. Is
it his plums or his snag?
His snag.
That's a monster.
Isn't it?
On a flop.
Oh.
You don't reckon he was working it up a little bit before he ran or something?
Oh, well, so this is the thing as well. That was my eye-catching moment. He must be walking through the Olympic Village just like an absolute god. That was a ploy the whole time. He knew he wasn't going to get a medal. He's like, I'm going to stand up here and make a name for myself. And has he ever making a name for himself? So there is an adult website or something online. Have offered him $250,000 to do a nude shot.
Really?
Yeah, to get the pole vault out.
$250K to get the pole vault out.
$250K to go in there with his pole vault.
Oh, here's one. Would you do it?
100%. I'd do it for $250.
True. $250. Just to let everyone know.
It's like,
it's like that bloke called the Girth Master. Have you heard of him?
No.
Mate.
Go
online and have a look at the Girth Master.
No, I'm not going there.
His nickname's the Girth Master. He's been on all the radio stations and that.
Well, I was like, what? It made me laugh. It caught my eye. And shout out to Anthony Ammirati from France.
So he's French. I thought he was Italian for some reason. So he's French.
Yeah. Well, they say that about the Italians, but I'm pretty sure
Italian. Wow.
Oh, yeah. You saw it.
I saw it. Yeah, it was very funny.
It was funny. And, he must be very proud of himself. So, good on you, Anthony.
Imagine walking back.
$250K. As if you're not just going, mate.
Imagine walking back.
How do you want me to pose? Do you know what I mean?
Imagine walking back to the village. You're done. You're on ice. Everyone's got the meme of you. Would you be?
Probably. I reckon in that scenario, you're probably going home. You wouldn't. Everyone's looking at you. There he is. He's carrying his pole vault. You can't bring the pole vault in here. He's going to be walking around the cafeteria with that pole vault.
They wear the tightest shorts as well.
Phrase if you can't bring those shot puts in here. Anyway.
Oh, that's a good eye. I don't know if I can top that. Mine sucks compared to yours. What caught my eye was Snoop Doggy Dogg.
He's everywhere.
Rumoured to be on $500,000 plus all expenses covered a day. Just to be promoting the Olympics. Have you seen him rolling in with like the equestrian outfits?
Yeah, I saw that.
Just like he's at every event and everyone's loving him and they reckon he's bringing so much attention to the US and their telecast. It's I found out he's on $500,000 a day.
Wow.
And obviously all the expenses covered. I just thought that was an eye-catching moment, and he's been an eye-catcher because he's like a pop-up sprinkler. He's everywhere. Every time you're watching, Snoop's in the crowd.
I remember him being like into the Olympics, last Olympics as well. I don't know where. I can't remember where I saw him, but I remember him on an interview saying he loved it.
I've actually seen him live at Poppy. You been to Poppy in LA?
I'm just thinking half a mil a day. He doesn't even have to get his pole vault out. He's double.
You reckon I won't go there.
I know, exactly.
All right, if you like, RIXXies, get online, rixxeyewear.com.au. RIXX, use the discount code ACES for a little cheeky discount, 20% off. Grab yourself some Soho cherries. They're back online. That is very good from you.
We went a little bit MA 15 plus there, but
that's all right. I think our listeners might be above board with that. Righto, this is where you get up all the games this week and we give out our horrific tips. We get into our 12-week challenge that we're not doing.
Whatever we tip back against us, that's where we're at.
Well, I've tipped 7 last week, mate.
Yeah,
I'm flying. I just can't pick one for us.
You know, we both know we're in it together. Anyway, all right. What do we got?
Give us the primetime game. I think Sydney-Collingwood.
Sydney-Collingwood?
In Sydney?
In
the bookies
Sydney,
have got Sydney $1.50.
Sydney lost. Who'd they lose to in Sydney the other week? Hold on, let me have a look for you quickly because it was huge. The Bulldogs absolutely walloped them. I'm going the Pies.
I'm going the Pies as well. How can you possibly tip Sydney while that backline's injured?
It's not even that. They're just playing very average.
But I can't believe the bookies have got it. I reckon there's a bit of juicy odds there for Collingwood.
267.
267.
Yeah, Collingwood is still...
They go right up there. I reckon I've seen a lot of finals and whatnot up there. They go okay. Collingwood need to win as well. It's not like Sydney, they need to win as well, but Collingwood have to win.
They're still number 1 on the ladder, which is just nuts, Sydney. And I think they need to win as well. Just a bit more pep in their step.
It could be one of the games of the round.
It could be on Friday night.
But you've played footy. Like, let's just stop taking the piss a second. When you've been belted by 112 points or you've been belted, it ain't just that easy to turn it around. There's a lot of things going on internally where blokes are going, what is going on? Yeah. And for that to happen, or the week before against the Dogs, whatever it was, and a few other weeks before that, there's a lot of things going wrong, and they've started to get a lot of injuries to key blokes that, in their back line. They're not very tall.
It's easy to someone, the average punter or whatever, and even I find myself saying this a little bit about footy. It's like, oh, they're going to get a rocket and they're going to turn up and they're going to blah, blah, blah. Well, you think about the slow decline that Sydney have had, whatever habits or lack of that have been happening over those 6 weeks, that's hard to switch on straight away. Like, it's hard to just iron them out straight away. It takes time to build confidence back, whether there's new structures or new things that need to change. This has been happening for a month, at least 2 months. So it doesn't just switch off like that. Like, it takes ironing these kinks out takes time. So Collingwood are starting to play some decent footy. Sydney are on the downgrade. So
and how good is it for footy fans? Collingwood, Pendle's 400th and winning in that nail biter. Like, I didn't think they could win that. And then you're thinking, well, it's a milestone game, but I thought Carlton will run over them in the end. That is something that I guess Pendles and everyone will always remember. Like, how good was that game? That last 2 minutes is just exactly why you should go to the G and watch footy, even if you don't go for those two teams, because the crowd would have been going wild.
Yeah, it was awesome. And, that biggest rivals, those two as well. Like, what a time to have your 400th and have a win like that. All right, Brisbane at the Gabba versus your boys, the Giants.
Ooh, this is a game, isn't it?
Now, I'm going to say who I think's going to win, but my tips won't reflect that because I'm going rogue this week. I've gone the Pies. I'm going to go the Giants, although my tip would be Brisbane. Brisbane are on probably the informed team. I think they're the best team in the comp at the moment. I think they'll win at the Gabba.
I'll go with me, boys, Giants. But yeah, you kind of think the way that everything's going, the lines are flying. They smacked the Saints last week, but it's just hard to get a read on certain teams. Jesse Hogan, he might be winning the Coleman. What a season he's had. So I think he's kicked 5 bags in a row of like 4+, which is not easy to do. So I've got no real tip for this one, so let's just move through. I'll go the Giants because I just love them, but it's going to be a cracker.
Brisbane should be the favourite for the granny. I'm not sure if they are on the odds. North v West Coast, bottom of the ladder kind of job here. But
is that in Melbourne?
Nah, it's in Hobart. I feel like North are just playing in Hobart every second.
North wins that. That's 2 in a row for North. That'd be big for them.
Yeah, I don't think they've had 2 in a row.
This is a real random statement.
North win that too.
I think North will play finals next year.
Wow. Clip that up, Brado.
I honestly think they'll play finals. I think they can
save that in the archives with all the bloopers I've done all year.
No, honestly, man, I'm telling you, if they can recruit a couple of key personnel, they got Griffey Logue, he'll be back after the broken wrist. They've got a lot of guns. They're all re-signed.
Tommy, you're trying to make a meme out of me again. You're trying to make a viral video.
I'm not, man. I'm telling you, I like what they've got. LDU signs. They're going to be one of those teams like Hawthorn. I've said it all year. They'll just go bang.
Righto, Freo at home versus the Cats. I'm tipping the Cats. Okay, I can't.
Nah, you can't tip against Freo at home. Freo.
Well, you can because you tip Freo and I'll tip the Cats. What about your boys, the Bombers?
Is going to play, by the way, and will he kick a goal? Because Tommy Green, my man, another goal last week and won the game off his own boot. That's it. Every time you take Tom Green and Giants, you get $6. 5. He's let us down every week. Are you going to go him again?
Oh, I reckon I'm calling it. He could be sub.
Yes, they give you a little money back, don't they?
Do they?
Not some teams. Some of the agencies won't.
Anyway, if he is playing, I will. He's probably be paying $15.
But just everyone listening is always writes in, 5 pig, he's gone again. Like,
he has shots though.
No, I know he has shots, but it's been one of the it's been a horrific call about 10 weeks ago.
That and every other call I've made.
Not that I can talk.
We had this vision at the start of the year when we were talking about the poll, like, it's 12-week challenge, we're just going to tick that off. We're going to do it twice in the year. We haven't even gotten past week 4.
Yeah, because the Bombers have rolled us.
Oh, you can talk. Anyway, Bombers versus Suns right off the top.
Oh, well, you watch. I'll tip the Bombers. They'll get rolled.
Bombers at home.
Bombers will win, and they need to win. The Suns are, Jesus, the Suns have really just...
I'm going the Suns.
Nah.
I'm going the Suns.
I'm going the Dons. I want the Bombers to play finals.
Oh, let's just skip through this. Melbourne versus Port at Melbourne. I'm tipping Port.
Oh, you're not going to tip the D's. You're finally going to listen to me. All year I've been just getting, you've been getting into me.
Move on. They're no good.
How is Maisie, by the way? What's he done?
He's all right. He broke his ribs again. Same ribs. Big fella's a bit sore.
Oh, so it's ribs.
Yeah, ribs.
Once he goes down, it's a different side. Him and Lever, just a different side. Been a tough year for the D's.
Yeah, it's been ugly. So the thing is,
no piggy, no D's.
Yeah, that's what they say, mate. Heard it a couple of times.
Hey, Port just slowly might just get to the top of the ladder.
Yeah, I know. Crazy.
Just quietly, no one talking about them. What else we got on the this week?
Carlton v Hawks. This is a good game.
Is this one of the last games of the round?
8th v 10th. This would nearly be the wild card, but it's not. This is on Sunday, Arvo at the G, and it's $1.90, $1.94.
This Hawthorn team is legit. Hawthorn. I've been going with Carlton for the last 2 years. I've got to go with Carlton, but I would not be shocked.
What about?
I would not be shocked with that spread. They're quick.
I'll
tip Carlton.
I reckon if Carlton win, one of the big boys is kicking a bag.
Charlie didn't kick a goal last week. I reckon. Here we got Frosty. Love Frosty, but I reckon Charlie might just sit in the square and everyone gets out the way. Yep. He might kick 6 this week. He needs to kick 6.
I like that call. So, where is he in the Coleman?
I think he's 1 or 2 behind Jesse Hogan now.
Jesse Hogan, 58. Kerno, 56. Then Ben King. And worry about the rest. Kind of hope Hogs wins one.
All right, next game.
Can Richmond beat the Saints? Is Dusty
I reckon it's
effective
gonna make-
immediately, or is he
Yeah.
not playing anymore?
Nah, done. That's what's so sad about it.
Oh.
Where Hawk, that's what I was saying at the start of the pod.
We're an
Tommy
AFL
Hawkins-
podcast. We should probably know this shit, eh?
Yeah. Too busy worrying about what our future and grouse is.
I'm watching more of the Olympics than the AFL.
I don't think they take us too seriously with their tips.
I'm going Richmond after just.
How can you tip Richmond?
I'm going rogue.
I reckon they'd be exhausted, Richmond. Just it's been a big week. They'd be pretty flat. So I'm going to go with the Saints. But geez, if you flip a coin.
Adelaide Dogs. I think Dogs.
This is a danger game for the Dogs. I expect
agree.
the Dogs to win, but I reckon Adelaide are going pretty well, and they're trying to get something going for the end of the year because it's been a bit of a disappointing one. Mm-hmm. So this could be, this is a dangerous game, and I want the Dogs to win. They're coming home strong, aren't they? But if they lose this game, this will create all kinds of drama in the ladder. And that's why I think that Giants v Dogs game to finish the round off will be one of the best and most important. I'm going to tip the Dogs 1-39. I expect a contest.
When's our man Harmsy getting back in the team? He's Righto,
12-week challenge. Do we want to tell everyone about what we did privately last week?
Yeah, go on.
Text Pig and said, what do you want to do? We might have a week off.
Didn't post it though, which you said he was
Yes, I
going
know
to.
that. Didn't post it because we got it late. Anyway, you took North, I took Giants, and then we said, let's take a goal kicker. So I took Paddy Cripps, and then you took Merritt. $100 on, 50 each to get 1,800 back. We didn't get a cash out for some reason. And then, Zachy Merritt.
1,800 would have been nice.
1,800 would have been great, and it would have been very awkward rolling in here with a bit of a head wobble knowing like we didn't post.
And
so you've let us down, and we did say if everyone else just gets up and one doesn't.
Who said that?
I reckon we said that last week. Did we say that last?
But the thing is, the Bombers let us down again.
Mate,
That's
I've just
all
done 1,500 calories all around Melbourne today. It's just you want to talk about integrity.
Integrity. You didn't even walk into a gym and do the 1,800, 1,500.
Oh, I'm not. Oh, man, I reckon that would take a long time without a.
Let's do one this week, and if I let us down again, then we'll do something.
So you don't know. So when are we going to put it up?
We'll put it up Saturday.
All right. So you know what? 2 legs. Last week we just come up with a head-to-head and a goal kicker. Maybe just do what you want, but just pick some juice.
Yep.
And there will only be a punishment if the other person goes 2 from 2.
Yep. I like it.
Geez, it was heartbreaking, Merritt not kicking a goal. But then he streams out the middle at the end of the game. I'm going, I'm going. And then someone's done the come forward. And I'm like, normally they all just stream back to the.
He could have gave it to him.
I know. I was thinking, can you imagine?
Last 30 seconds.
Oh, wow. All right, so that's what we're going to do. The 12-week challenge, dead and buried, thanks to Essendon Footy Club. Unless someone's got another idea, which we need to get that. I mean, if we had had 1,800 in the kitty, we would have been able to go straight to about week 6 and we could have finished off. So we need to get one of them going.
I had enough of this helmet, I'll tell you.
Kick us off, mate. KPI Construction, stop that. We had a few last week. I believe you've got another one. And you're going to stay in. He's not happy with the Olympics.
Yeah, we're back on the Olympics.
He's been watching a bit, the big fella.
Yeah, I have. It's my nightly routine at the moment.
You get the next few days off, don't you, as well?
No, I'm working tomorrow and then I'm off for the weekend. So I think we might have touched on it last week, but the Olympic Committee, whoever you are, whatever your name is,
whatever you do,
you need to stop adding sports that are puge into the Olympics. We've had breakdancing.
I haven't seen that yet.
Neither have I won't. We already spoke about the skateboarding that we thought was
Mate, a lot of feedback on that as well online. Skateboarding, what are you talking about? I think we might have had a goal last night.
Well, I'll tell you what we're talking about. We watched the skateboarding and they had 24 people perform a trick and 3 landed. That's no good. Anyway, but the breakdance is not a sport. Next Olympics, guess what they've added? E-gaming. So there'd be someone playing PlayStation for Athens. You need to stop adding these games. I watched rock climbing last night.
Oh, yes.
It's like 3-on-3 basketball. They've already got basketball. If you're no good at getting into any of those teams, you can't just join a 3-on-3. Like, do you know what I mean? That's puge. And it's been there for ages. But badminton, I don't know, man. It can't be. It's been there for a long time. But get rid of it. If you're gonna, it should be. If you add a team, add a team. If you add a sport, you have to get rid of the junk ones.
It's to clean them out.
Yeah. What else? Relegation system.
Yeah. What else are you getting rid of?
I'm on the topic. Anyway, stop that. Olympic Committee, stop adding useless, shitty sports, and don't say I'm getting with the times and you want kids to get involved and watch the e-gaming. There's all these platforms on Twitch and whatever else. So you watch all that crap. Oh, I've had a gutful. What do you got for me? What else is shit? The 3-on-3 basketball, the breakdancing.
I haven't seen the breakdancing. That's the first I've heard of it.
Beyond
the esports. You're not a fan of the esports.
Have you ever watched someone? What are they going to like? It's not esports, e-gaming. So I think it's like PlayStation.
We used to run a FIFA competition here. It used to be called the Lockdown League.
It's not an Olympic sport.
Nah, it's going to be. Flag football's coming in.
No, it's not.
Yeah. NFL is bringing in flag football. It's going to be massive.
What? Flag football in the Olympics?
Yeah, LA.
But no one else plays that sport in the world.
They are bringing flag football.
Why didn't they bring the Sydney Olympics? Why didn't we play AFL?
Well, they should have done it. We've got Brisbane coming up.
Country don't just decide, hey, we're good at this sport, let's play this one. Americans are good at everything else.
Well, flag football will be fun to watch, though.
Listen, I don't mind it, but you can't just make a rule because it's in LA.
The breakdancing is great. And you've given the badminton a little whack as well.
Yeah,
Poor people, they've been working
thinking it for a long time.
They've been working. Hey, pickleball would probably come in, I reckon.
There's tennis. There's badminton, tennis, and table tennis. You can't be bringing in pickleball as well.
Pickleball is kind of becoming large in the world. Everyone's playing it, so people might be fighting for a spot.
Next, they bring in hot dog eating. That should be an Olympic sport as well. Because back when the Greeks were playing, all the rich people were eating, and that should have been a competition to see who can eat the most.
Oh, that is good. Well, I've got to quick stop that, and it's just when I turn on the coverage. In particular, 9. I guess that's the only one we're looking at. But I've had enough of the interviews. There's interviews on, and I love the interviews, but when you sit down on the couch after a long day at the office and you've run 1,500 calories around, you've worked your ass off, you've got a couple of hydrolytes down there, you can't be turning on and watching a 20-minute interview. Like, put it on the sport. I've just had a gutful of the interviews. I don't mind an interview. Put it in the little box to the bottom left and keep the sport going because it's hard to. I've had to download Stan and pay for an extra. I think it's another $16 on top just so I could get it on my phone so I can just pick and choose. But come on, the interviews. I don't know about you, but the coverage. It's been a bit of a little bit of a head wobble for the people on the panel.
Surely, when there's a good sport on, like the athletics or whatever, they're not throwing the interviews.
Mate, I'm telling you now, I missed the first quarter. Who did Australia play? Might have been Greece.
Throw the interviews on when the badminton's
We missed the first quarter of the basketball, and we're doing interviews.
Yeah, well, basketball's no good until the last quarter anyway, I kind of feel.
Oh, not when the Aussies are playing. By the way, that was Puge blowing that lead.
Oh, are they out now?
We're out. Anyway, that's all us done. It's been good, Piggy. Well, let's make some money again. Or lose some more. Jeez, we've lost some cash this year. I hope everyone enjoys us being punished, losing cash, and rocking up with a bit of energy. But that's all we've got, mate. Good show. And next week, it's very important to address this. This is big, actually. Next week, we are going to go back to Instagram for the questions. Well, I don't know what's going on Spotify, but we haven't been able to get. We've been getting a couple, but they're not coming through. We've got a lot of people having issues. So we want to do a fair chunk of your questions in the second part of our podcast. And, we want your best ones. We obviously take the piss here, but it is getting to that finals time. And Pigs won a flag, and we'd love to ask the great man here while he's here, some questions that you might actually want that are serious. So we're going to put that up. Look out for that. I'll put it up, I don't know, I'll put it up probably the start of next week. Get around that. And, give us your best because all the questions you ask, we're going to save them and we'll use them over the next few weeks because we'll obviously ask a few in concession. But,
You put the, your punishment on Insta last week and there was a unanimous vote to raw dog it. And did you raw dog it? You did.
No, I can't be raw dogging.
No, the people spoke.
Oh, yeah, but the people don't have to go.
Polls like we do as well.
I'm a good runner, right? If I was a shit runner, I'm out there for an hour and 45 minutes and I'm on the bike for 30. That 15, I want someone else to do 1,500 calories and come talk to me before they tell me to raw dog it.
I'll try to do it.
Raw dogging is grim. Do you raw dog anything?
No, never.
You need a bit of distraction.
Anyway, let's wrap up.
Let's go. Righto. See you next week, guys.
You.
This episode is proudly sponsored by KPI Construction Services. When it comes to construction sites, reliability and efficiency are key. That's where KPI Construction Services shines. With a single call, KPI provides a range of essential services, which includes labour hire, crane hire, and traffic control. KPI is a progressive business with modern plant and equipment across all of their operating states. Focusing on innovation and to avoid the business drifting is always front of mind. We are proud to be aligned with and have such a reputable company partnering with the show. Aces, I know I always go on about the RIXXs, but I got huge news. We have all our styles and colours restocked on the website right now. Get online, grab some sunglasses at rixxeyewear.com.au right now and use our little discount code ACES if you want a 20% discount code on the house.